correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it today that was supposed to be this big fundraiser Donald Trump was having? I swore he said to Judge Marchand he needed today off from court to go have some fundraiser. It wasn't it the day before oral arguments were to be held in front of the Supreme Court on his immunity case? Well, they're hearing his immunity case tomorrow. So I thought the fundraiser was today. No, Judge Marchand doesn't have court on Wednesdays for his major cases. So Donald Trump was off today. But I'm not hearing anything about a fundraiser, and he's not campaigning. So did Donald Trump lie to the judge? Or did they cancel it because he didn't know he was going to be off? What's going on? Well, I don't know, but we have oral arguments tomorrow in front of the Supreme Court. They're talking about whether or not Donnie's got immunity. Oh, that's great. Donald Trump seems to think he gets immunity from anything he's ever done ever because he was once president. Well, that's not how that works. The Supreme Court has no choice but to say, no, Donnie, you don't have immunity. And you don't get immunity from anything ever just because you were president. Now the Supreme Court might turn around and say he's got, limited immunity for official acts and create some sort of a guideline for the court or for the lower courts to look at and decide whether or not something counts as an official presidential act or not. But any way you slice it, any which way he's been trying to use this immunity thing, none of that would count as an official act of a president. It is not an official act of a president to keep and retain classified documents, and commit espionage. It is not an official act of a president to try to overthrow an election. But Donald Trump seems to think anything that happens as president becomes an official act, and that is not true. That's not part of the job description. So we have oral arguments tomorrow. It's going to be interesting to see what they do about it. But again, I'm not expecting them to give him immunity. They're probably going to come back in short order and say, no, Donnie, you don't get immunity. But no, so probably no immunity tomorrow and no fundraiser tonight.